Hey, what's up guys? We're here on the Old Realms mod, which is the Warhammer Fantasy mod. This is my first time playing it. We're going to be testing the AI Influence mod as a Greenskin. Now currently there are 8 different cultures to pick from. We have the Empire, Bretonnia, the Vampire Counts, very cool. Then we got the Mosyllan, which are kind of like the evil version of Bretonnia. That brings us to the 2 new additions in this latest update, the Azrai, aka the Wood Elves, and the Aenir, both elven cultures. Then we got the Dwarfs, and the Greenskins, which is what we'll be playing as today.
On one particularly ordinary day, Bone Crusha of the Soulja Boyz clan gazed into the campfire. Not a single thought formed between his eyes, until, miraculously, the Greenskin god Mork came to him in a vision, bestowing upon him the intelligence needed to become a boss.
Okay, let's see if we can get a dynamic quest from Hug Erdbringer.
Oi, big boss. I heard there was a human hideout nearby. You pay me, I take care of it for you.
You want me to pay you to crumple me?
Okay, I wasn't expecting such a short response. I am using Gemini 3.1 Pro on the Player 2 app, but I'm also using a custom world.txt that I show how to install at the end of the video.
You's a big boss. Got lots of big things to do. This a small thing I do for you.
You think you's cunning, eh? Trying to butter up the boss. But you's right. Hug's got a whole army to march. Ain't got time to squash every little umi bug in the snow. You go crump 'em. Make 'em squeal real loud before you chop 'em. Bring me their heads to prove it. You do a proper job. Maybe I gives you some shiny bits. You run away. I'll let my boys use your skull for a ball.
Aye, I heard you, boss. I'll go handle the Umi hideout.
Then stop flapping your gob and get to it. I want a big pile of Umi heads right here. Don't take too long, or I'll get bored waiting and come chop your head off instead. Now zog off and get crumpin'.
Okay, so that gave us a new quest. Crump the Umi Bandits. It says War Boss Hug Erdbringer told you to wipe out a human bandit hideout and bring back their heads to prove you aren't just a loudmouth. Do it or he'll use your skull as a bowl. Excellent. Now let's go take out the bandit hideout, which consists of Bretonnian outlaws. So I want to talk about the mods I'm using in this playthrough. Other than AI Influence and Chat Sync, I was only able to get the Character Reload Fix mod to work. I eventually enabled the RTS Camera mod, which seemed to be a little buggy, but it still worked. I did crash quite a few times early in the campaign, but the longer I played, the less I crashed. Anyways, the combat feels good as a Greenskin when you're fighting humans, and I imagine elves as well. I didn't really enjoy fighting other Greenskins, which you'll see later in the video. Also, the goblins are really hard to hit because they're so small, which is lore accurate, I guess.
Oi, big boss. The job is done.
I then dropped multiple sacks filled with human heads at his feet.
Har, you actually did it. I think you'd run off or get sticked by him, but these are proper Umi heads. The boss keeps his word when a deal is made in blood. Here's your shiny bits. Take them and clear off before I decide I want your head for the pile too.
So that's really cool that dynamic quests work. You can get really creative with it. I just did something basic like clearing a hideout. He only gave me 500 gold. I probably could have negotiated a much higher price if I wanted to, but that's alright. I'm currently fighting in a brawl, which is like an arena type situation. I'm getting 2v1'd here and I thought I was dead for sure. You don't really get that much from winning these brawls, but you can do them once a week, and they get easier as you level up. I eventually started raiding the Empire's villages, mostly because I just wanted to fight humans. Now the interesting thing about fighting humans is that you can turn the prisoners into food, which is very useful. You can kind of play nomadically based off of that feature. Alright, I think it's time we joined the Bad Axes. So let's have a chat with the warlord Ramadrak.
Oi, big boss. I heard you was looking for me. I wanted to join you, boss. As a little boss.
Oi, so you think you're a boss, eh? You got a decent mob of boys with you, I'll give you that. But there's only one big boss here, and that's me. You want to join the Bad Axes? Fine. But you listen to me. You fight who I tell you to fight, and you give me the best loot. If you mess up, or if you think about stabbing me in the back, I'll rip your arms off and beat you to death with them. Understand, Git? Welcome to the Wa.
Okay, we are now a vassal of the Bad Axes. And as I was roaming around doing brawls, I realized I'm not making enough gold. So I came up with a scheme to declare war on the Black Suns tribe so I can get the Black Orc fort. So I go to my boss Gramadrak and basically tell him the chief of the Black Suns tribe called him a tiefless weakling and that we should teach them a lesson. Let's see if that's enough justification for a war. How will he react?
What? That little runty Git called me tiefless? I got more teeth on my armor than his whole Zogan tribe got in their heads. We ain't just gonna teach him a lesson. I'm gonna rip Zorbak's jaw off and beat him to death with it. Wah! Get your boys ready, little boss. We're going to war with the Black Suns.
I love how that's all he needed to hear to go to war. That's awesome. So I ended up gathering a bunch of other Greenskin lords, having them follow me by using the follow feature of AI influence, and we went on a great raid into the Valley of the Black Suns. Let's see if we can convince one of them to surrender.
Use his best track. Use a big boss. But we's got you surrounded. Surrender, or I'll turn you into meat.
You squig-brained runt. You can't even count. You brought 100 little gits to fight nearly 300 of my best boys. That ain't surrounding me. That's just bringing me a snack. I was getting bored in this rain anyway. Come on then. Let's see you try and turn me into meat before I snap your scrawny neck.
I let out a roar, and my 600 friendly troops step out of the tree line behind me. I then say,
And I hope you can count on me, waiting for you. You talk a lot. I might cook up your tongue for a nice soup later. Or you can surrender, and your boss can pay ransom for you.
Sneaky grobby tricks. Hiding in the trees like a cowardly runt ain't a proper fight. But you brought a whole wah with you, and that makes you the biggest right now. I ain't getting my boys slaughtered for hide and seek. I yield. But if you's a weak boss, I'll rip that tongue out myself.
okay, so Bazdrak surrendered. Now let me show you an encounter where they refused to surrender.
Or you better surrender. We's got you surrounded.
You got a whole lot of boys over that hill, I see 'em. But you only got 100 right here, and that ain't enough to stop me from ripping your Zogan head off before your mates get down here to help. You want Grata Screecher to put down his chopper? You better offer me something good, or we're gonna have a real messy scrap right now. Especially since I see you dragging Bazdrak around in your cages.
Alright, so let's attack him since he refused. Like I mentioned earlier, fighting other greenskins can be kind of difficult. Some of the higher tier troops like the Black Orcs have similar armor types and non-descriptive shields, so it can be pretty confusing when you're in a big battle. I could just turn on banners above friendly troops, but I prefer to keep that setting disabled. I eventually found Zorbak, the enemy chieftain, and here's how he responded when I told him I have 1,400 troops.
1,400? That's it? I was hoping for a real challenge. You hear that, lads? The little git brought us a proper fight. Wah, crump 'em all, smash their skulls and take Bazdrak back.
Okay, so I took one of Zorbak's teeth, and here I am gifting it to Gramadrak.
This one's for you, boss. Straight from Zorbak's mouth. We crumped them pretty hard. We should take their towns.
Ha! You actually did it! Look at the size of this Zogan fang. That loudmouth Zorbak's gonna be gumming his squig meat for the rest of his miserable life. You did good, little boss. You think we should take their towns? Course we should. Go smash their gates and bring me all their shiny bits. I'm gonna bash this teeth right into me helmet. Wah!
After a few weeks in game, this world event was generated, the Tooth of Zorbak. I love how the AI takes certain things from a conversation and can turn it into something more significant. Now, this is something that can be mentioned or brought up by other Greenskin lords, which just makes things so immersive. Very cool. We eventually sieged the Black Orc Fort, which was pretty straightforward. Let me show you a time-lapse of the battle. Okay, we are now the boss of the Black Orc Fort.
Somebody must have shit on the steps, Bone Crusha thought to himself. He sat down, his fat green ass phasing through the marble throne. He could not rest for long though, for the Black Suns tribe began making incursions into his new lands.
Check this out. So I've got a formation of infantry here in a shield wall. I'm going to reposition them like so, and as they do a wheeling maneuver, this will expose the backs of your enemies to your archers. Really effective strategy. I'll have to try this in my future campaigns. Alright, one more battle. This time let's fight the Empire of Man. Now, the Empire has a lot of great units. The more I played as a Greenskin, the more I wished I was playing as the Empire because they've got so much cool shit, like artillery. The battle AI for this mod is also very impressive. Look at the defensive position they took. That's something I'd expect a human to do. Alright guys, if you want to edit your world.txt file like I did for this video, go on over to the AI Influence Discord. Find the Roleplay Ideas section, then find the Old Realms post. Once you click on this post, scroll up in the chat to find Dax's custom files. Then you're going to download eventsgeneratorrules.txt, world.txt, worldinfo.json, worldsecrets.json, and actionrules.txt. Now we're going to open our documents and click on this PC. Then in the top right, you're going to search for world.txt. Then we're going to select the first result, right-click it, hit Open File Location. Now to make sure you're on the right campaign folder, click on Save Data, and in this folder it shows all the campaigns that we've created while using AI Influence. I'm going to click on my most recent campaign, click on Prompts, then World Data. Now we're going to open another document window for the files we downloaded from the Discord. So we're going to drag and drop the world.txt, world info, and world secrets into our world data folder here, replacing the old files. Okay, now click on prompts, then rules. Now select your action rules and events generator rules files and drag and drop them into your rules folder here, replacing both files. And that's it. You have now tailored your AI influence files for the old realms, so it should be a much better experience. I know a lot of you want me to do another playthrough series, but right now with all the updates to the game and to AI influence, it's kind of impossible to do a long series right now. So I'm gonna have to wait maybe a month or two before I do another big playthrough. In the meantime, I'd like to make some content for Kenshi or Crusader Kings 3 because those games also have mods similar to AI influence. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.